Okay. Yeah, hello, what's up? If you're familiar with my last video, I just posted up. I bought a Phantom 3, and now we're gonna pop it open, and we're gonna basically see what comes with it. So, let's break into it. As you can see, um, I just bought it because I have not popped the seals open just quite yet. So, kind of looking pretty excited about this really. So, let's just, pop this open, and then we'll see what we get. Sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera, or my GoPro, should I say, to, yeah. So we're gonna see what we get. So, I'll have to get a box knife. Pretty excited about this. I've been wanting to get one of these for, I don't know, a couple of years. So, they were just kind of out of my price range. Now that they're $4.99, that's pretty inexpensive considering the last one I bought. The last drone, because I'm just started getting into it, the last one I bought was $3.89. So it's only about 120 some odd dollar difference-ish or somewhere around there. So, as you can see, we're about to pop this open. Let's try to figure out how to open it. Okay, it opens backwards. Or, well, yeah, it's weird the way they got it. Because you'd assume that this would be the front, and that would be the back, but actually that's the front, and I guess the other one's the back. So we're gonna pop this open together. At least, once I get that down, and then let's see what we get. Okay, all right. This is the packing material. Looks like this is a read and understand user manual. So basically it's just a user manual. So we're going to pop that open first. Okay. Oh, cool. This is what we get. Seems like we get some stickers, DJI stickers. That's kind of cool. I kind of like stickers. I always love putting things with stickers on them. I mean, as far as advertising, because if I buy something from someone and I like it, I'm going to advertise it because it's a good product. If it's not a good product, I won't advertise it. I'll still keep it on, but I'll let other people know, yeah, don't get it. The know before you fly. Basically, this is just basically telling you that you've got to register your device, register your drone, and kind of basically like just like kind of like the small stuff, like, you know, not to fly over 400 feet. Not to fly over 400 feet, avoid flying over groups of people and stadium events. Generally, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to anyway. I never fly within 5 miles of an airport. Obviously, you can't do that because, again, it'll let you know. Keep well away from emergency response efforts. Only an idiot would like fly, you know, their drone into the fire, obviously. And then never leave out of line of flight. You know, that's kind of nice, but if you're like in, say, an abandoned area, like say in the mountains, you should be fine again because I mean it's GPS enabled, so it's going to let you know when it's getting out of range. And avoid flying near other aircraft, which again you're going to register with the FAA, so obviously you're not going to do that. And never fly under the influence. Obviously, if you're drunk, you're going to have a hard time turning it on, let alone flying it. But aware you still have to register it with the FAA. So there's that. Then you've got a quick start guide. Then you've got a something in you know, different language. And then I'm assuming the rest of these are all going to be in different languages until you actually get to the actual manual itself. So that's different it's a different language. And then you're going to have what's kind of known as kind of like the standard what's in the box type sheets. Basically tells you what's in there. If something's not in there, then basically you would just go back and let either DJI know or Target know, or wherever you bought it from, that this piece did not come with your device. Obviously it wasn't opened, it was brand new, so yeah, that's what that comes with. And then obviously it's something else that came in. This is a service plan. Basically you can pay for this, and if something happens to it, something breaks, you can send it in, they'll fix it. And then you know, yeah, so I probably would suggest doing that. It makes sense, especially even if it's a $400 drone, or if it's $1,000, because if something breaks, you don't want to buy another one. That's an investment that you put into it, especially if you had it over a couple of years. And then that, and then you've got what is known as, I guess it's looks like an intelligent battery. I'm assuming that's something to do with the battery itself. And you got your safety guidelines and disclaimers. So you don't get a manual, but you can always download straight from the DJI website. So this is just basically a quick starter guide. Just pop in the battery, off you go, like that. Just looks like it just basically just kind of gives you like a quick description of what everything is on the drone, where everything is, operation of the remotes, and kind of this, what you can do with it, kind of what the mount is for. Download the app, obviously. Kind of watch the tutorial videos, which I've been doing, and then kind of check the battery levels, charge it up, and this is kind of gives you like some specs on it. Although it says, well, now when you look at like max speed, okay, on my Unique, the max speed I believe was about 9 miles an hour, so 9 or 12. This, as it says, a minute of 16 meters per second. Translated, that actually means it goes 35 miles an hour. So it flies pretty fast. So it's not one of those things where you want to fly it by you and not pay attention to it, because if it hits you, that's gonna hurt. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And they just kind of get like other different types of specs, like the radio frequency is a 2.4 to 2.483. You can get another remote that gives you a much better video link than the one that comes with the standard. It's about $100. You can get that on the DJI website, and it just basically kind of gives you the range and all that. So now that we've gone through that, let's dive into the drone itself. Pretty nice. And as you can see, the drone itself, as you can see, it literally comes like this. It's a little heavy. I wasn't expecting it to be super light, but I wasn't expecting it to be super heavy. But again, it's still not bad. That's actually kind of applicable. I mean, obviously you're going to want to pick it up with great care. As you can see, it's the standard. You've got your USB, micro USB to USB. That basically means that you can direct connect it into your Windows or Mac, depending on which one you have. Obviously you got your gimbal clamp. That's your gimbal. This is the clamp for it. It's kind of interesting because when you actually look at the in the box thing, you would have assumed that it would all came separately, at least as far as like the camera and all that. But actually, no, it actually comes on there. Landing clamps, obviously, your motors. You've got no sensors on this. So the difference between this one and the other versions of the DJIs is that this one does not come with any of the forward sensors that you'd get like on the SE or the Advance or the other version. This is just the basic one. So again, it's not going to have that obstacle avoidance. But again, you will still be using your smart device anyway on it. So again, that kind of might help. But if that's something you're looking for in the drone in the 3, this one does not have it. You'd have to go to the next model, which is the SE, which is $599. And so again, you've got your motors, got your battery. This one comes with the lights, which I thought was kind of nice. They light up basically, so it tells you kind of tells you exactly what the position of the drone is, basically like how it's doing. And the fact that you can also see it at night, which I think is kind of cool, because most drones that you buy, they don't have that function of the light, so you can't really see where the bloody thing is, so you can't fly it at night. This one you can to an extent, although you're not probably going to see much because, you know, camera can't see much in the dark. But if you're in a somewhat lighted area at night, then you can still see it and the camera can still see it, then yeah, that's pretty cool. Then you got the map, you got the motors, and the cool thing about these is it kind of basically shows you, as you can see, how to put the propellers on. So, and then each one had something kind of like that, and they're all screwed tight. The other versions, they're all basically, you can snap them on and they stay on. So that's the difference between this one and the other one. And then this is the remote that you get with it. It's kind of bigger than I was expecting it to be. Actually, I wasn't expecting it to be this big.
Who are you talking to?
I'm making a video. So that is the remote, and again, it's gonna come with a little smartphone connection, which I think is kind of cool. Honestly, I didn't think it was going to come with this in the first place, to be honest. I thought it was just going to come with just a standard remote. So, as you can see, you just basically would fold that out, lift that up, and then you basically would just somehow manage to open this up, which is just a little unique switch right here, looks like it. Or, oh, sorry, no, it's right there. And then you would just kind of clamp your phone that way. That's kind of cool. And obviously you can get a lanyard for this, and you can hold it that way instead of holding it up, because with a remote this big, it does kind of seem like it's pretty heavy if you hold it a lot. And so yeah, and again, it's got a little micro USB that you can just charge it into a